Commissioners, you'll recall some time ago we briefed the board on the issue surrounding the Medicaid payback provision as recently adopted by the legislature of the state of Florida. During that discussion, I briefed you on pending litigation that was being contemplated by the Florida Association of Counties. Since that time, the Florida Association of Counties and 49 other counties have filed suit against the state of Florida, largely asserting that the recently adopted legislation violates the Constitution on two major bases. One, that it constitutes an unfunded mandate and therefore was not adopted by the requisite two-thirds majority required of both houses. And secondly, and perhaps more importantly for Citrus County, is the fact that it seeks to extend what is typically a 4-year statute of limitations in civil actions to an 11-year statute of limitations by making the program retroactive to 2001. When we last discussed this matter, I had requested that the board not take any action until such time as we ran some numbers to talk about the fiscal impact that may befall Citrus County. We have since run preliminary numbers, and of specific interest to this board is if the statute of limitations contained within the legislation is allowed to exist, meaning back to 2001, that is approximately a $300,000 difference for the county in what it would owe the state of Florida, as opposed to if we stand fast to the traditional 4-year statute of limitations. The cost of participation in this litigation for our size county would be $3,500. We were on a conference call last Friday with the Association of Counties and a large number of county attorneys. As I said, there are 49 current plaintiff counties. It is anticipated by the close of this week there will be 15 additional. For the investment of $3,500 and the possible return of $300,000, I would respectfully seek board authorization to authorize Citrus County to join with the Florida Association of Counties in this litigation.
This is really an issue of having the state fix the problem, not just push it to us. And so I support this motion, and I'd like to see this goes back to just what we came from this morning, and having a unified voice to go back to Tallahassee and ask them to fix the problem and not push the problem to the local level and expect us just to take it on the chin.
The way the legislature adopted this statute, it's a withholding aspect. The state's going to withhold our sales tax revenue, so it's not even a question of us paying. It's going to be a question of seeking a remedy, a court order to prevent the state from withholding.
Well, this board is already on record as unanimous as far as Tallahassee needs to fix the problem, not make it a law and just pass it to us and try to get our money back. When you're getting double billed, fix it. Don't be double billing all the counties. There are 67 counties in the state, of which we're just one.
The bill that we received that went through March 31st, now these are only billings through February of 2012, was the $1.1 million. Of that, over $245,000 were bills that we had already agreed to pay. They were for January and February bills, but they didn't process them yet. After that, the duplicates and non-resident claims that we are still disputing is $453,057. So the total outstanding claims that we would have for Citrus County to come back would be $490,000. And that is based on when we were not able to pay them because we didn't have a certificate of residency, which was required at that time, or they are Citrus County P.O. boxes, which at the time we were not to pay P.O. boxes only. So, and some of them, a small amount where they had incorrect per diem rates, so they were denied, and always in the sense that they would be corrected and rebuild to us. So, I mean, we followed the rules and they never rebuild them. Staff is doing great, trying to get it through as fast as possible.
And these numbers can go back and forth until August 1st. That is the state's fail-safe date to certify to us a final number, and then we have the 30 days within which to file an administrative appeal of that number. Okay. So this back and forth can go on until August 1st.
One additional issue is that if every county filed an administrative appeal of this, you'd have 67 administrative appeals going to Tallahassee at the same time. So there's going to be a logjam here real soon.
My name is Mike Smallridge. I'm a trustee of the Citrus County Hospital Board and the current chairman. Listen to the discussion. I think we have a little bit of a community issue that we all have been stuck with. And I think I can at least give you some options of how we can help. I would be willing to take back to the Board of Trustees a proposal, which they could accept or deny or modify. But the proposal I'd be willing to take back to the Board of Trustees would be to help the county with this issue financially. And I know that Richard just said it's, I forget the word you used, but it's, you're not going to write a check, it's going to be taken out of the sales, is that right?
Yes, they're withholding.
Okay. I understand it's budget time, and I understand everything's tight, and I'm just trying to give you different options. The only caveat I would say, if at the end of the day, when all the lawsuits are over and everybody's figured out what there is, any proportional share that the county would get back, I would hope some of that proportional share would come back to the Citrus County Hospital Board if you use some of our funds.
So that it's on the record and there's clarity to this, are you here committed and on authority of your board to make this offer?
No, ma'am. As I said earlier, I will bring the proposal to the Board of Trustees.
And then my second question or comment would really be, if this would be the first time that this is ever done, before the county would commit or accept this, it seems like we would probably need an opinion from the Attorney General that before the county just takes those funds and then we're counting on that in our budget. I would think that we would want to get a general opinion on that.
I'm not that familiar with the special act that governs the operation of the trustees, but that's certainly a tool that the trustee council may use in rendering an opinion that this would be an appropriate expenditure. Point well taken.